You might call me old school, but I actually don't use AI tools like ChatGPT to write my YouTube scripts. Even without using those AI tools, I can still write any YouTube script that I need to produce in under an hour, and many times it's only taken me 30 to 45 minutes. And what I want to do in this video is I want to roll out the process that I use in order to have a constant supply of YouTube scripts for my upcoming videos. Now, one thing that I do want to really reinforce is that I'm not against these AI tools, because I do use them to assist me with my titles, and sometimes I'll even get some different ideas for introductions, but the vast majority of my YouTube scripts are written by me. And the main reason for why I write the scripts myself is because it allows my individual personality and my individual skill set and strategies to come through the videos. And that way I'm at no risk at all of my videos sounding exactly like everyone else's videos, because we're just using AI to write all of our scripts. But more importantly than that is when I started my first YouTube channel at the start of 2022, it was in the niche of Google Ads, and the average Google Ads only channel was ranging between 15 to 25,000 subscribers. And some of those channels have been going, 5, 6, 7 years, whereas in just over 2.5 years, I've now got the largest Google Ads only YouTube channel with over 85,000 subscribers. And a large part of the reason for why that channel has been so successful comes down to the process which I'm about to share with you in how I put together my YouTube scripts. Because I don't just get to the computer and then just write what I need to write. Every YouTube script follows a formula, and it's a 5-step formula, and it's what I want to share with you in this video. And the first step is that it starts with a YouTube search where I look to find the best title for my new video. So what I'm looking at doing is when I find a topic that I want to release a video about, before I come up with my title and even start writing my script, I go to YouTube, complete a search, and then I look to really find what is the best title that I can use. Now, the reason for why this is so important is because I want my title to match my introduction, and then for that to flow the whole way through the video, so that when the user clicks on my video, they know exactly what they're getting, and I'm delivering on that click. And so that I can show you this step-by-step process, let's quickly jump into a screen share so I can show you how to select my YouTube titles. Okay, so what I would do here is I want to start with an initial search. Let's just say YouTube SEO. And what I'm looking at doing here is two core things. Firstly, I want to find a video that has a decent amount of traffic volume or search volume. And then I also want to go through and have a look to see what other creators are doing in this space to make sure that it's an area where I feel that I can give a different angle or really create some really good value for this space. Now, as you can see straight away, I've started with a topic of YouTube SEO. So I kind of start smaller and then I get bigger. Now, that's not something that I would continue to go with, but I can see that there is a fair bit of volume here. So this theme is worthwhile, but I just need to refine the title. So then I would try maybe this one in here, which is SEO for YouTube videos. And let's wait for the data to pop up here. And you can see that that is obviously much better result at 100 for 100. But then if I refine it even further, I'm actually going to do this one, which is why YouTube SEO doesn't matter. The reason for why I'm doing that one versus the previous one we had there, you can see here that we've got the same score about 100 out of 100, but I just feel that this title is going to be a lot more controversial. It's actually different to what you're seeing in here. So these ones are all talking about this YouTube secret will skyrocket your views. Here's why the YouTube algorithm is ignoring your channel. But what I've got here is why YouTube SEO doesn't matter. And for me, that's a really controversial topic, which I think will get me more views. Now, one thing I do want to add in there, if you're seeing this data that comes in through here, this is from a tool called TubeBuddy. It is a program that I absolutely love. And if you would like to see how you can use TubeBuddy for your own business and your own channel, if you follow that link in the description below, you can see a link of how you can get TubeBuddy connected to your YouTube channel. So once I've gone into YouTube and really refined what title I'm going to use, so I start with a very broad theme, and then I look to narrow that down into a title which not only has a keyword focus, it's going to help my click-through ratio because it's a bit controversial, or it's going to be something when people see, they're going to want to click on that title. So once I've got that finalized, it then brings us to strategy number 2 for writing out my YouTube scripts, and that's that I really look to focus on my introduction. So with this one, I work on the first 60 seconds of the video, making sure that I've got a really strong hook. To give you an idea of how important this is for me, as I mentioned before, when I write a YouTube script, it takes anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes, with it usually being around about 45 minutes. But I'll spend sometimes 10 to 15 minutes just on those first 2 or 3 paragraphs. And the reason for that is that I need to make sure that in the first 60 seconds of the video, I'm achieving 2 core things. And firstly, you want to make sure that you're highlighting a pain point. And what I mean by that is that I want to be bringing out something that's controversial, or I want to be bringing out a pain point so that I can relate to my viewer. Let me give you an example. If I was releasing a video all about Google Ads and how to reduce your advertising costs for a small business, rather than just saying something like, in this video, I'm going to show you how to reduce your costs in your Google Ads campaigns, I would go for something which is a little bit more emotional and a little bit more dramatic, which helps to really get that point through. And I'll start by asking a question or giving a statement. So that would be something like, are you sick of wasting your money on Google Ads and seeing your precious marketing dollars just get eaten up by Google's algorithm? If that's you, in this video, I'm going to show you the core strategies that you can use to lower your Google Ads costs and get more conversions for your business. So you can see the difference there. I'm saying the same thing, but this way I'm relating more to the viewer, and then also giving the second important part of this process, which is the promise of a solution. So what you want to do is you want to highlight a pain point and then give them the promise of a solution. And you may have already noticed it in this video, rather than saying something like, this is how I write YouTube scripts, or this is how you write YouTube scripts, I went down a bit of a controversial statement route and saying, I may be old school, but I don't use AI tools like ChatGPT. Now, the reason for why I went down that route is because, once again, I'm saying the same thing, but that is a really common theme at the moment of people flooding YouTube with videos of how you can make money with AI tools. And so by that, what I'm doing is I'm making a statement that people would either agree or disagree with. And there's nothing wrong with getting people to disagree with your opinion right at the start, because remember, what we're wanting to do is wanting to grab their attention and then also give them the promise of a solution. So once you've grabbed their attention, the next thing you want to do is give them that promise of a solution. And what you're really doing there is you're giving the viewer the peace of mind that they've clicked on your video, and for the next 8 to 10 minutes, or how long your video is going to be going for, you're not going to be wasting their time, in that you're going to deliver on the promise that you're giving them. And an easy way to do this is just by saying something simple like, so right now, let's get into the teaching, or in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 strategies that you can use. And for me, I always try to say a statement like that at the end of that 60-second mark. So I'm looking to get their attention, and then within that first minute, I'm also looking at giving them the promise of a solution. Now, before we move on to strategy number 3, just to really show how important this is, I want to show you the difference of retention in the first 60 seconds and what it can mean for your videos. So as we said, remember, you need to have that strong hook, and this is where you explain a problem that they're facing and that they can relate to. And this is what I'm saying, the first 30 seconds of your video is critical. And what I want to show you is the difference between a video with over 200,000 views in the first 12 months and another one with under 600 views. And this was in the same area, in the same niche, very similar keywords, but you can see here that this video over here, which retained over 69% of viewers after the 30-second mark, versus a retention rate of 45%. So you can see this video here is the one with over 200,000 views, and this one is with the video with under 600 views. So that's how important it is to really make sure you get that first 30 to 60 seconds of your YouTube introduction correct. Okay, so once you've got their attention, the third strategy that I include in all of my YouTube scripts is that I want to break the teaching down to 3 to 5 actionable points. Now, one of the biggest problems that I see with YouTube videos, especially educational YouTube videos, is that they don't give clear actionable steps. Your YouTube video should be like giving directions on Google Maps. If you've ever used Google Maps, which I'm sure you have, you know what I mean, in that you type a destination of where you want to go, and Google lays out the exact steps of what you need to do to get to your destination. And that's what your YouTube video should be. It should be a very, very clear step-by-step process of you answering that initial question and showing them how to do the task that they came to your channel to learn about. The reason for why I say 3 to 5 steps is because that's really the limit that you can fit inside of an 8 to 20 minute teaching video. But if you are teaching on a subject that has more than 5 points, what I would do then is I'd break that video into a playlist or a series of videos. So for example, if you had a process that took 15 steps, rather than releasing one long video with all those 15 steps, I'd break that into 3 to 5 videos with each one having 3 to 5 steps. To give you an example, on this channel, I just released a playlist which took people through the whole process of becoming a content creator, from setting up their YouTube channel to creating digital products and courses, sales funnels, the whole thing. Rather than just releasing a whole 2 or 3 hour video, I released it across 9 separate videos. Now, the other benefit of that is that can create content for weeks or even months. With my other YouTube channel, which is all about Google Ads, every year throughout December and January, I run what I call a Get Google Ready playlist, which is a collection of 15 to 20 videos, teaching people everything they need to know about what's coming up in Google Ads for that year. The benefit of it is rather than releasing one video, I'm releasing multiple videos. So what that does is it makes it much easier for me as the creator. It's because I've got a steady stream of content. But what it also does for the user is it breaks down them watching my videos into more bite-sized pieces, which is going to increase my average duration rate. And we do know that for YouTube, that is a core statistic that we need on our side in order for our videos to be recommended on the homepage and the recommended videos tab. All right, now that brings us down to strategy number 4. Now, this is a strategy that many people miss, but for me, this is a core aspect of any YouTube script that I write. And that is that you want to give the viewer an invitation to take the learning further and even take that learning off YouTube. Now, this may sound counterproductive, but what you're wanting to do here is that you're wanting to take that YouTube viewer and giving them an introduction to join your database so that you can continue your sales process. And even if you don't have any products to sell at the moment, if down the track you want to monetize your channel in different ways, if you've got their email address, you can do that directly through email marketing rather than just hoping that that viewer who watched your video will watch your videos again in the future, because that's not always the case. Now, because this is a full process and I want to get through to that last part of this video, what I am going to do is I'm going to do 2 things. Firstly, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you where you can access some extra teaching for free right here on YouTube, which breaks down this whole strategy, which I call my YouTube sales flow. And secondly, if you follow that link in the description below, you can get access to my 6-figure funnel building kit for YouTube. And this not only breaks down that YouTube sales flow that I was talking about, but it takes you through the full process that you can take people through, from viewing your videos through to joining your database and through to buying your courses or signing up for different memberships that you may be offering. So to get access to that 6-figure funnel building kit, just follow that link in the description below. And that brings us to the 5th and last strategy, which is about don't answer everything, but lead them into further teaching on YouTube. And what you're wanting to do here is you're wanting the user to get used to watching multiple videos of yours in one session, because we do know that that does help increase the ranking of the individual videos and also helps to give your channel that extra little boost if you can show to Google that when people come in and watch not only one video, they're watching 2, 3, 4, 5 videos of yours. The way that you do this is that you look to link up all of your videos. And you may have guessed it, yes, I've already done this in this video. Remember how I was saying before, if you want to take the learning further about how you can complete that whole YouTube sales process, if you want to see an in-depth video on how that works, go through and watch this video right here. See you next time.